Back, the Southern Heritage Classic has been a staple of the fall at Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium for over 30 years. But it's going through some changes with the addition of Alcorn State to replace Tennessee State this year. Earlier this week, HSC founder Fred Jones spoke with me about the changes to the matchup, but the heart of the HSC lives on. The founder of the Southern Heritage Classic, Mr. Fred Jones. Mr. Jones, appreciate you being on the 24th floor. The 36th year of the Southern Heritage Classic this year coming up between UAPB, and we've got a new player in the fold here in Alcorn State. Tell me what's new in this 36th edition of the Southern Heritage Classic.
Alcorn State and UAPB, that's the big change, and we're excited about that. But a lot of the things that people have grown accustomed to in all these years will still be the same, but the teams are different. They all got great bands. I mean, all of that stays the same, but just a new energy, and we're excited about it.
When you look on 36 years with running this classic, and certainly changes have come in the last several, like what sticks out to you the most about your time running this classic?
Really the consistency in spite of. We've had a lot of things that have impacted the classic, but we've been able to steady the course and be able to present it under some extreme circumstances. But I think the fact that the fans have persevered with me and that's really a good thing. And that's a testament to the support that we've gotten from the community all these years.
For sure. When you look at the last couple of years, certainly some changes. You bring in UAPB to replace Jackson State, and then you bring in Alcorn State to replace Tennessee State. What was the process like bringing in Alcorn State this time? And then kind of what did you learn maybe from bringing in UAPB that helped you along with this process?
Well, I think the fact that we got 36 years, it's not like we're starting completely over. We have a track record of what to do and what not to do, what to expect, what the fans expect, there's things that you normally would do. We're changing teams, but we're still being able to maintain, But so again, it's a new day with the Classic, but we have a track record and a history that we can rely on to take us forward.
What was your relationship like with Alcorn State before this, and was there an establishing one that kind of helped this along?
No, I mean, you know about the teams in the SWAC, whether it was Jackson State all of these years, but you know about them, you know their history, who can Air McNair, who would not know who he was, who Alcorn State was. So it's been pretty seamless in terms of what we have to do. It's always a lot of work to go into the Classic, but again, I'm just glad that we were able to get it together to move forward for year 26.
And with it being UAPB and Alcorn State, this also means that this will be two SWAC teams going at it for the first time, a conference game. How does a conference game kind of up the ante of what the Classic means now?
You said it, and I want to clarify something. It was year 36. It really didn't change very much for us. We're relying on the experience that we've had all of these years. But it has an impact because it means something in the conference. So it adds a significance to that point. But in terms of the presentation and how we're going to look and the game itself, the Liberty Bowl Stadium, obviously there's been changes there, but it doesn't affect the game itself. So it's business as usual, but there are changes, and it's a new day, and we're excited about it.
We're talking about the city and how Memphis has really kind of embraced what the Southern Heritage Classic means. We know the mayor has kind of said, hey, this is something we want to keep in the city of Memphis regardless of if teams are changing. What has it been like to work with the city of Memphis and really Shelby County and making sure that this Classic continues in the Simmons Bank Liberty Stadium?
Well, again, that's what I mentioned earlier. We have a tremendous level of support across the board, whether it's the government agencies, the business community, the community at large, have always supported the Southern Heritage Classic. So again, we're giving them, I think the biggest thing that we had to settle for everybody that, yes, there's a Southern Heritage Classic this year, and it's Alcorn State and Arkansas Pine Bluff, and that's all everybody wanted. We got a classic. We're 2 weeks later than we normally are, but it's still business as usual.
How much of tailgating is as much a part of the classic as like the game itself is?
That's what has happened with the classic. The parade is another instance of that is a part of the classic. The fashion show that has been there since the year 2 is a big part of the classic, and that's the beauty of it. There's an established events within the classic, so the only thing we're really changing this year are the schools themselves, but the same energy and the camaraderie and all the elements that make up the classic will be in full force.
All right, Saturday, September the 27th, that'll be the 36th edition of the Southern Heritage Classic between Arkansas, Pine Bluff, and Alcorn State. Appreciate Mr. Fred Jones, founder of the Classic, for being on the show.
Looking forward to it, and looking forward to everybody really enjoying themselves. It's a new day, but it's a glorious day. So we all looking forward to it.
And we're looking forward to it here on ABC 24 as well. So we'll have more from that interview on Monday with a big announcement from Jones and the Southern Heritage Classic team. So